is Shannon, and I am an animal intuitive and sensitive, an animal communicator, and a Reiki master practitioner with animallovelanguages.com. And this is Pearl Cutts, my lap-loving, preening, shrieking 23-year-old feathered soulbird. He loves to be on camera. And I'm talking to you in this series about the universal love language all pets and all animals share in common: listening. And here I mean deep listening, which is not the type of listening most human animals are trained to do and used to doing. Now, if you missed the last videos in this series, you will definitely want to go back and watch them. Today, in this final video in the series, I'm going to be talking to you about why deep listening is so essential if you really want to have the closest relationship with your pet, and why it is so vital if you want to work with shelter or rescue animals or help the wild animals struggling on our planet today. We human animals are used to talking to each other using a lot of words. We use so many words, and that's because this is how we've been taught. Some of us know only one spoken language and others know many spoken languages. But there's one language we are all born knowing that very few of us realize we know or ever use. And that is the universal language of all species, animal communication. Have you ever stopped to consider how very challenging we make life for our pets? You might look at your pet in the morning and think, man, I sure wish I could stay home all day and nap and never worry about where my dinner is going to come from and always have the poshest places. And right? You might look at your pet and think all of those things, and sure, that's great. But what is their price for that security and safety? For most cats, the price is a life lived in silence. They can't tell you what they truly want and need. They can try, but if you don't know how to listen, you'll never hear them. This often gets really bad when an animal is ill or hurt or getting bullied or getting near to making their end-of-life transition. The need and desire to communicate is so urgent, but they're human. You can't hear them talking. So with animal communication, you give your pet what they want most: to be heard, to be acknowledged as an equal with complex feelings, thoughts, ideas, insights, desires, longings, goals, dreams. This is why I love my work so much. To me, animal communication is like a wish fulfillment center for the animals I talk with. They are so happy and so grateful their human can finally hear them, that their human took that extra step of opening a channel of communication so they could speak freely. Now, most of the humans who schedule animal communication sessions with me come to me because there is a problem. Maybe their pet is peeing or pooping in the house, getting into arguments with another pet, maybe with the animal next door, or their pet is sick or hurt or even close to dying. And this represents another mindset we've been taught. Wait until things get really serious and then have a serious conversation about it. And not making light of that, but we really need to start having those conversations before things get serious, before there's a problem, before there's an end-of-life transition looming. Then your bond with your pet is already so much deeper and stronger. And maybe the problem never even happens because you and your pet are talking regularly. Maybe, and I see this a lot more than you might suspect, maybe the problem is that the pet has never been listened to. Right, Pearl? I mean, really deeply listened to before now. So just the act of setting aside your daily to-do list and all of your mental assumptions about what is wrong or what's going on or why are they doing this or not doing that or why can't those two get along, and just listening to your animal unconditionally and deeply can solve whatever you thought the problem was. Maybe that is the problem. I've seen it happen. While often animal communication is a gradual process that produces a little change consistently over time, sometimes you really can see a complete turnabout after a single session because the animal has finally been able to get their message through. You get it. Problem solved. Just like you want to go on date night with your partner to make sure your relationship stays strong and healthy, so too do you want to maintain that bond with your pet through regular animal communications. Some pet parents even decide to learn animal communication themselves. while others just make it a point to schedule regular check-in sessions with me to be sure their pet is able to clear the air, say what they need to say, and feel deeply and fully heard. Ultimately, nothing you can ever give to your pet, food, treats, the softest bedding, the most fun toys, even the cutest Instagram filter and the most followers, the best holiday costume, nothing will ever feel as good as the gift of you simply listening deeply to them with all of your heart. I hope you've enjoyed this series on deep listening and what it means to the animals in your life. I'd love to help you talk to your pet. Head over to animallovelanguages.com to schedule your session with me. Use the code 25first for $25 off your first session. And if you've enjoyed this series, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who loves animals as much as you do. And share it with your animal-loving social communities too. Sharing really helps me out, so thank you for that gift. Finally, please do let me know what other topics you want to hear about, and I can put that in the creative pot and see what fun new ideas might simmer up to share with you. Lots of love. Hope to see you over at animallovelanguages.com, and bye for now.